let us take a look at what is going on in Rivers State.
Like I just said, I support justice, I support fair play, I support anything that will advance nationalism and statehood. I support something, that people see and have been able to identify that this is just. I have no reservation because if there is no action, there will be no reaction. What you are seeing is that somebody wants to undermine the powers and the mandate handed over democratically to a governor simply because he feels that he enjoys a temporary federal might. Somebody somewhere, one person is somewhere dictating, who is not even a governor of that state presently, are dictating and wanted his own will, showing some level of threat of godfatherism in a very negative way. So it's time for the Igbo man as the governor there, I'm talking about Fubara, to prove himself, decisively, because that is where we are looking at to have the next Ohanese president, at least to send a certain signal to some people who has undermined a lot of different colonies that has been, fragmented by the Northerners and the Yorubas political, I don't want to use a kind of word, but I hope that I'm passing the message correctly the way it's supposed to be. For me, Fubara has set a precedent, for me, it's a precedent currently now because for him to be acting as a PDP governor and the local government chairman are in another party means that he's trying to test a particular political theory that might involve in Nigeria, at least to checkmate the excesses of godfatherism and unnecessary influence in our political culture. So you can see he went to the River State INEC and was able to make it very clearly that and stop the invasion by the Nigerian police under IGP what they call it, Egbetokun. Yes, you understand, from invading and having access to electoral materials. And secondly, he has been consistent trying to checkmate. I think he wants to activate the beast in him because he's getting to a level where people are beginning to question if he's actually man enough or if he's actually the governor.
Before you go ahead, are you aware that there's a court ruling stopping any election to be held in Rivers State? Because there's a process. For every election, there's a process, and INEC must hand over a duly stamped, properly vetted document. And on that ground, the Federal High Court are saying that if Rivers State go ahead with any election, those winners, those chairmen that emerge will not receive allocation from the president. So does it make sense for Fubara to still go ahead? Because it will seem like he's just deceiving himself.
We shouldn't misinterpret that court judgment. That court judgment did not stop any election. Fubara from conducting local government election like we see in other states. It never stopped that. It was just a political culture, a maneuvering, to undermine that judgment by politicians who feel that Fubara should not be there in the first place, or Fubara is not returning something to them at the end of the day. But if you look at that court judgment very well, it never stopped that election. What the court was trying to say that a certain material should not be seen or used during the electoral process. That is what the court judgment there said. It did not say that there should not be local government election. No, it never said that. So the counter court judgment and flying up and down, did not stop any process of conducting local government election in Rivers State.
No, I disagree with you, Mr. Chinedu, once again. That court judgment says that every election has a process. You cannot go into an election without having a material handed over to you by INEC. I understand that the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission is being what? Is being controlled by government. However, the materials used must be handed over to them from Abuja. Fubara cannot go and print his own materials. But in this instance, he has not gotten the materials. INEC can even come out to deny. In fact, INEC can come out and deny that whatever material they are using was not given to Fubara by them. I mean, let us be circumspect.
We are in the public.
Mr. Chinedu,
Yes.
we are having a under the tree conversation here, looking at what is going on in Rivers State. Look at Fubara. Fubara has bombed about 3 places now. He has bombed the APC secretariat. He has bombed some places.
You see, let me tell you, I think that is what actually the hand of Wike in Rivers State trying to create an atmosphere.
Are you saying Wike is one bombing everywhere?
I'm telling you, that is what they do. You don't you know how they crippled the Obi in the 2023 election. BBC reported it. A lot of international media reported it. How the Obi's mandate was stolen in Rivers State. So what do you expect? These are the these are the trademark of Wike and APC elements who is bent on disrupting the process, the mandate given to Fubara because of 2027 interest. So let us get it very correctly. There's no how election. This is just there was election in Anambra, local government election in Anambra State. It was conducted. The materials were there. So anybody that's telling you that the federal government now do bring materials or do that, they are just looking for a legal window, and, in illegality to see how they can disrupt the structure of that Fubara is targeting to enable him, sit up very well in Rivers State and be able to govern. They are struggling with it. The one the National Working Committee handed over to Wike is not even enough for him. So he's targeted. That is why you see those they are not PDP. I'm not sure PDP is contesting that election in Rivers State. But those who are contesting that election, the governor has to be in charge. So the material, they have not heard anywhere that they said that the court stopped election. If the court has stopped election, why is it that the police wanted to take charge of the electoral materials inside Rivers State INEC office? So the materials are there. But what the court is trying to say is that there's a certain material that should not be used because of political interest or maneuvering, or possibly that might result to crisis that will bring issues on that local government election. That's what they are saying. Now, no court has banned anything. The materials are there, because if the materials are not there, Fubara wouldn't have went there in the night and tried to make sure that everything is in order. So that we must get that very well. And the local government election is going to hold, whether they like it or not.
Mr. Chinedu, some people are saying that Fubara, because of his love and support for Igbo, because we can see that ever since Fubara stepped into that position as the governor of Rivers State, the Igbos have now gained more political relevance. Even in Rivers State, we know how Wike did everything possible to push the Igbos back, to the back seat. People are saying that this is a handwork of Professor Mahmoud, Tinubu, and Wike, of course, once again, to silence the Igbo. Don't forget that Fubara most times speaks in Igbo to even his people. He has come out to say that he is Igbo. So, do you think this is connected?
It is well connected because we understand the northernization political agenda that is going on in the Southwest. The northerners are busy northernizing the political culture in Southwest. There's no doubt about that. But the extension of it, to that has always been the target, using proxies like Wike and thereabout, people like Uzadima and thereabout, to see how they can do a lot of infiltration and penetration. That has already been stopped. The reactivation you are seeing in Rivers State comes as a result of all those lies of the yesteryears are being squeezed out as a result of the internet has succeeded in breaking the Yoruba-led media that lies a lot.
Lies?
They tell a lot of lies against the history. They don't tell the real truth about the history. They are the one propagating, projecting all these minorities. They are not evil. They are not evil. They even did it to the former governor of Delta State. Like before he came out and said There's nothing like data
Are you
Igbo.
talking about Okowa?
Yes, now when he came out and said there was nothing like that there, Igbo is Igbo. Why this political game? It's just they're looking for a way to introduce Islamization and Fulanization in the eastern part of the country, and which is wrong. So the governor came out and make it very clearly, I've been issued that Urobo is an Urobo man that share the same boundary with Ijaw people. He understood. Most of them knows what is going on, even though they might decide to keep silent. He made it very clearly that he's an Igbo man, and nobody's going to take that away.
Are you talking about Fubara or Okowa?
I'm
You-
talking
you
about
said-
the present governor. I said when
You said
they
Irobo, that's what I'm asking.
he's an Ekam, Okowa is an Ekam from Delta State.
Yes.
This one I'm talking about River State.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there were Irobos in River State. That's what I'm asking. Go ahead.
You understand what I'm saying? So I can give you all those people who are just because of what they did in the past, the lies or up and down, they are this and that because of Nigeria Biafra war. But this internet has been able to unveil a lot of hidden, things about the Igbo-ness in the Niger in the Niger Delta, the Igbo unity in the Niger Delta, the Igbo minorities in the Niger Delta. So you can see that what Wike and Uzodinma are trying to achieve in those areas are trying to see open their legs and see how this kind of political neutralization politically can actually come in the way it is being played currently now in the southwest. Well, unfortunately, they don't know what is happening, but people that have a broader psychological reasoning of what political games that are being played in Nigeria will understand that there is already an infiltration of the northern agenda in the southwest, and they are taking it to the national level, not knowing that the end of it is going to be pure darkness, and that is going to give the Igbo nation, becoming a powerful regional bloc that the whole world will recognize. So what I'm saying in that, Fubara should understand that we are looking at the next king, coming from River State, worldwide. Yes, worldwide, globally.
You mean Ohaneze individual?
Yes, it's going to. We are going to tell them.
German.
We are going to send a certain signal with the presidency handed over to an Ikwere man, or an Urobo man, or an Isekiri man, or an Ijaw man, so that people will begin to.
You mentioned the Shekiri. The Shekiri, they claim they are more Yoruboids. But I don't want to go into that. I don't want to go into that. I don't want to engage in that.
I think this is not the atmosphere because it's where I have stayed. It's where I have been. I've been in Pomadi. I've been in Patani. I've been in Okorekonko. I've been in MPA. I've been in Efrum. I've been in all those places. I've gone into Greeks with speedboats for over 6, 8, 9 hours. So you can't tell me about the Greeks. I know what I found out there myself, where I carried a certain research. So what you're seeing, Fubara is getting prepared. That's what I predicted is that they might push him to an extent. He will reactivate the beast in him. So they begin to see the resistance, and of course the House of Senate, the former leaders, House of Rep members, former senators, former governors of that state, former political present and powerful stakeholders of that state are already saluting Fubara for his resistance to allow people to enjoy the dividend of democracy in River State. You know exactly that a PDP is trying to play a certain game, because they feel that the federal money is coming directly from through Wike and they can use it to destabilize PDP, but they are trying to polarize the political culture already that is not has come to a level of damage as a result of the way and manner President Bola Ahmed Tinubu want to achieve some certain interests ahead of 2027.
Well, let me let you go, Mr. Chinedu. I understand it's very early in the morning, but maybe we'll talk later.
It's not about the very early. You brought this topic. We can go on. If you have
Okay, my question now to you is, if Fubara has adopted the Igbos,
He's not adopting. There's nothing like adoption.
Why are the people like Alex Oti, Peter Obi, why are they not speaking up in his defense?
Bros, you don't need to talk that because there are
Well, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them speak on
might
his
be
behalf.
they have there has been a solidarity coming from Alex Oti, at initial at the beginning of this struggle, to you understand. He paid me a visit. A lot of them are showing solidarity to him. Edwin Clark, who is an Igbo man, is also showing solidarity. I'm telling you, the Ohanese, the Pandep, and other, even the Ijaw National Youth Council, which is the umbrella body over there, has also given their support to Fubara. So they are going to make sure that it holds no political structure in River State, no matter what it takes. Wike political structure in River State is in danger now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tinubu, for that appearance. Good morning.